Getting rich quick. Fact or fiction? Roy H. Williams from The Wizard of Ads says ask your physician how to feel good and he'll look you squarely in the eye and say eat right and exercise. Yet, for every dollar spent in fitness centers, Americans spend $19 on cocaine. The reason? 2 seconds after you snort cocaine, you feel like Superman. 2 weeks of diet and exercise just makes you hungry and sore. Don't forget to watch today's video in full for finding out whether getting rich quick is a fact or fiction. And of course, you want to do it the fast, easy way. All of us do. You're smart. You're a human being. Smart human beings want to do it the fast, easy way. And the slow, difficult way leaves us hungry and sore. We look at that gigantic project, that gigantic dream, and we long to crawl back into bed, and then someone comes along and tells you, actually, you can have all of that stuff you want, freedom, money, nice things, and you can do it working 15 minutes a week sitting at the kitchen table in your underpants, even if you're a mouth-breathing moron. And of course, you'll be tempted, because that message is designed to be tempting. Or maybe we can tempt you with something better. It's time intensive. It used to be such that to run a business you had to put insane hours in. You opened that store at 6 a.m. and you were there until 8 p.m. Then you stayed after that to do the books and pull together your Yellow Pages ad and write the paychecks to everybody except yourself. Most time-saving technology seems to create more work than it saves time. But for business owners, the revolution in communication technology actually has made our lives a lot better. And because it lets us deliver a strong marketing message very widely for very little money, it's made our businesses a lot less time-consuming and a lot more profitable. There are all kinds of little 21st century small businesses that can generate a nice living without 60 hours a week of work. But you're still going to work your tail off sometimes. You're still going to have weeks when you're staying up late and getting up early, when you have no idea quite how it's all going to get done, and whatever business you create, it isn't going to start throwing money at you overnight. It surely takes time. It takes hard work. We're sure one of you has that grandfather who was a lumberjack. He got up before dawn, didn't he? Walked 5 miles to work, swung an axe all day long, then walked 5 miles home again. That's work. What we do is work too. We have to remember to take time for physical exercise every day, something our grandfathers would have found really bizarre. But our work takes all the mental energy we're willing to give. When you can swing it, it's great to stick mostly to work that gives you energy and doesn't just take. But that isn't always possible. Sometimes you just have to suck it up and get your rear end in gear. There's a word for a revenue source that doesn't take any work on your part. It's called your day job. P.S. You're probably about to lose it. You need brains. Okay, not Einstein-level brains, but no, you cannot be a mouth-breathing moron and make a business work. Business is complex. It evolves. It adapts. Every business has its weird little secrets that you have to figure out. And your business's weird little secrets may be very different from your competitors. Every business has a million possible paths, and you have to figure out one that may not be optimal, but that's at least pretty good. Real business forces you to make decisions, lots of them, quickly, and making decisions takes brains. The good news is, you have brains. You may not have confidence, but that's okay, because you can develop that. But there's no good cure for stupid. It feels good to do something that takes time, work, and brains. Actually, you can have all that stuff you want. Freedom, money, nice things. Yes, it's going to take time, work, and brainpower, but that's why it's something worth spending your time on. The thing that makes it difficult and painful is the same thing that makes it important to step up. Let's get into it. There are some myths that never die no matter how many times they're disproved and no matter how many people get burned chasing them down. Get rich quick is one of those myths. In our minds, we know get rich quick isn't legitimate, and we've been told as much again and again by parents, teachers, friends, and co-workers. Then why does it seem that there's some part of us that might believe that get rich quick is possible? Because sometimes rich looks like get rich quick to us. When we look around us, it can sometimes seem as if wealth is all over the place. Rome wasn't built in a day. This is especially true today when there are more millionaires than ever before. It can sometimes seem as if the rich are all around us, and since there are so many of them, there must be some quick, secret way to get rich, just waiting to be discovered. After all, if there are so many rich people, then getting there can't be all that hard, can it? What we're looking at when we see the rich has nothing to do with how, or more specifically, how long it took for them to get where they are. What we're looking at is the end result, the palatial homes, the expensive cars, the extended vacations to exotic locations, and the like. We have no idea how long it took them to get where they are, nor do we know anything about the struggles they endured to get there. All we see are armies of wealthy consumers doing what it is the prosperous do, and our own imaginations fill in all the details in explaining how they got there. For instance, attaining an education in a very technical field like medicine, law, and engineering that most of us would rather avoid. Working to build up a business that required many years of effort with little pay. Living beneath their means and saving the difference. Taking investment risks most of us would never consider. Spending many years sacrificing family and social time, as well as the good life, to pursue a dream career and the wealth it can produce. That's the part of a rich person's story we never see when all we see is the end result, the wealth that the efforts produced, and none of it happens quickly. Get-rich-quick sales schemes. These are the kind of wealth building we wish to be true, and those who peddle get-rich-quick programs know this. They produce books, video programs, TV infomercials, and print and internet advertisements that sell us on the good life that wealth provides. It's all stuff that feeds the imagination and gets us in the frame of mind to write a check or provide a credit card to buy what they're selling. It's a pure play on emotions, not logic. Our inner selves want to be rich and think we can if only. Why do we fall for it? We want a way to get rich that will be easy. We want it to happen quickly. We think we deserve it, and lastly, just maybe sometimes we're desperate. If you think about the people you know who are rich, you will realize that there is a serious disconnect between how they've achieved their wealth and what get-rich-quick programs are trying to sell us. Nothing in life is ever that easy, not if it's legitimate. But the get-rich-quick programs sell us on the promise, an empty one, but it keeps us thinking, maybe, just maybe. Not everyone who claims to be rich actually is. Credit can enable people to look rich, at least for a while, and there's more credit out there than ever before. Some people do live out of all proportion to their wealth and income, and credit is often the reason why. They may live like the nearly rich for enough time that you're convinced that they have some secret source of wealth. Even if you know the truth, that they really aren't rich and credit is the method, if you're surrounded by enough people who live this way, there's always the temptation to throw caution to the wind and enjoy a slice of the good life for as long as it lasts. As seductive as that can be, it's far more likely to lead to poverty than riches. But its allure is that it can give the appearance of riches and give it quickly. Our conclusion: fact or fiction? In the end, the whole idea of get rich quick is sustained by our emotions. We know that in order to get rich, we'll have to do a whole bunch of things we really don't want to do. But that never stops us from thinking how great it would be to be rich. If you ever entertain that idea, stop and put this thought in your mind. The only people who get rich from get-rich-quick schemes are the people who produce and sell get-rich-quick schemes. If you buy into their program, all you're doing is helping them get there. Having said that, we come to the end of today's video. Don't forget to join in next time for more such interesting content. Over and out.